You know what's funny? I talk to agents quite often who say they don't have time to learn anything. No time to read, no time for podcasts, no time for any of it. And then I ride along with them for a day, and I'm watching them sit in their car for 15 minutes doing nothing. Sitting at an open house for 2 hours, scrolling on Instagram, waiting at the title company, and I'm thinking, that's your time right there. You just don't see it yet. Welcome back to Your Daily Real Estate. I'm Tristan. It's a podcast, it's a show. Let's jump right into this. Here's what I want you to do first. Just map your day. Don't change anything yet. Just look at where your pockets of downtime are and actually are by writing them down. The commute, the open house that slows you way down because there's nobody there and now you're bored to death, right? Think about that. The 10 minutes before a showing, after you prepare, or before you prepare, before you hype yourself up. But what about before the showing and after the showing? With your downtime, the time when you're just sitting in line at a long line for Starbucks. Write those down. Most agents I know have an hour, sometimes more of that kind of time every single day. And it's already there. You just really never thought of it as learning time. And I know it takes some time to get into because sometimes the last thing you think you want to do is learn and grow, because this is what it looks like. It looks like effort. Now, once you've got that, you've got to stop trying to force the wrong format into the wrong moment. That's what trips people up. You can't really absorb a heavy audio chapter when you're running between two appointments with your phone buzzing. Now, I've been there, so I know. But you can listen to a 20-minute podcast in the car. No problem, especially if it's something that is a podcast of somebody that was speaking on stage or somebody that's trying to get their point across where you don't really have to take notes, right? You can also read a few pages in a book at an open house when it gets quiet. Short gaps. That's also a newsletter time. A saved clip, a quick article, something you've been meaning to read. You just don't remember where you placed it maybe. Match what you're consuming to the moment you're in, and then it actually sticks. See, the step most people skip through is capturing the idea before it disappears. And it always disappears. You're at minute 34 of a podcast, you hear something that's completely amazing, and you think about it, you think about doing something with it, maybe it's your database or something, and you're pulling into a driveway of your next showing, you think you'll remember it, you won't. And just use your voice memos. In fact, that's why I switched over on the podcast. I switched over to an app called Snipd. I think it's Snipd. Real easy. So you're listening to a podcast, you click it, and then it snips that little area, gives you an AI description of it, and then it also emails it to you after with notes, which I love, right? To me, I'm always looking to see, am I learning something from what I'm listening to, from what I'm watching, from what I'm reading? And you've got to match these opportunities to where you're at. If you're at an open house, of course you can bring a notebook. But if you're driving, it isn't going to work. Now, you're not writing an essay. Remember that. You're just keeping the thought alive long enough to do something with it. And in the day and age that we're in now with AI, there's no reason you can't just take that idea once you have a little bit of downtime, throw it into AI and expand on that idea and mastermind with it. In fact, you could probably do it on the go too, because you could throw it onto ChatGPT and now all of a sudden you're masterminding with that idea that was yours, that you got from a book or a podcast or a webinar. And that's the last piece. Do something with it within 24 hours. Not a whole new system, not a complete overhaul of your business. That's not what I'm talking about. Just one thing. Try a line differently on your next call. Send a follow-up you've been putting off. Shift how you open a listing appointment. One thing. The agents who do that every day aren't just learning more. They're actually changing slowly, consistently, in a way that builds up over time. In fact, what you're finding right here and you're listening to, think about it. What's that one thing you can apply right now? That's it. Find the time, match the format, capture the idea, apply one thing. You've already got everything you need to make this work. You just have to start treating those quiet moments like they actually matter, because they do. Anyway, thanks for being here today. Share this with an agent that you think might love to hear this. I'll talk to you tomorrow.